said it before and I'll say it again. Say hello to my little friend. Well, he's not.
Does that mean you cock?
I was talking about you, but you're not that little. Neither am I. My name
Neither
is
one of us.
No, my name's Al. He's Joe.
And we're kind of right.
Yeah, tonight we're right.
Probably not.
And unfortunately, we got to pick it back up with an all too recurring theme around these places this time, and that's men behaving badly.
Is there another one, Al?
Yes, there is another one, and it's really not a big surprise. It's kind of heartbreaking because he's done so much for the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ community, and that is, I don't know if you heard or not, George Takei.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Uncle George.
I was upset about that.
It sucks. However, if
now he's defending himself, though. I saw.
Yeah, well, if you read the account, it sounds exactly like George is way too sexed up for his own fucking good. You know what I mean? And he has admitted that
it's very sad.
It is sad. It sucks.
Because George Takei, who has been brought to prominence for the younger folks who didn't know that George Takei was in the original Star Trek series.
Right.
George Takei was on Howard Stern several times.
Well, he was
sitting in for a week at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
And he
goes back once a quarter
hysterical.
now. He goes back once a quarter now.
He has a contagious laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is wildly gay, but we don't really care about that.
No, but it makes him interesting. More.
Well, yeah, and he's just he is who he is.
Yeah.
So yes, I was.
So tell me, how's he? I haven't heard the follow up that he's defending himself. You got the line on that one?
I don't. I was
basically.
I didn't read the story. I saw that George Takei has he basically has responded to this allegation, and
he basically got accused of dosing a guy or roofing him, whatever the equivalent was 40 years ago. Some young gay model got him over his house. They were supposedly just friends. The guy was never interested in him and got a couple drinks in him. And next thing you know, he's waking up and he claims that
George's balls are on his eyeballs.
George had already got the dude's pants down to his ankles and was working on getting his underwear off. And the guy was like, I don't want this. And George was like, you need to relax.
Do you think the guy had raccoon eyes? For those of you who don't know. Now, picture a gay couple, 69. Now, the guy on top, if he were to dip his balls into, like, some chocolate sauce, and then they do a little 69, the guy's balls are landing in the other guy's eyes.
Right.
And, but it won't go all the way in, so he'll have dark chocolate circles around his eyeballs, which the other guy can lick out later.
Delicious.
And that's raccoon eyes.
Right.
For all those who probably never wanted to know that in your life. But at least we're not talking about felching or anything like that.
Okay. What's that now?
No, we're not going to talk.
Is that the same thing as shrimping?
I don't know.
You know what shrimping is?
I don't want to know.
It might be the same thing.
It could be the same thing. It's fucking awful.
Picture the most vile thing ever.
Somebody told me about it. It was so horrible you don't even see it anymore. But no, I don't know if you saw. I'm going to type in George Takei.
And in the meantime,
but you talk about what the accuser said.
Oh, well, that was. I mean, basically, he was at a gay bar 40 years ago. This accuser was in a gay bar about 40 years ago with his then boyfriend, and somebody pointed out, "Hey, there's Sulu over there," and he was again. You talked about his laugh. He said the laugh was infectious.
Right.
They went over there. They got friendly with him, and George, who's, a known horny toad, they all fucking exchanged and had a couple of fun platonic type dates. And after the dude broke up with his then boyfriend, him and George got together, and one thing led to another. They went back to the house. The guy claims he had no interest in George whatsoever sexually, but after 2 drinks, like I said, he was on fucking Kooky Street, all unconscious and shit. And he woke up. His trousers were down, and George was working on his under trousers and literally told him, "You need to relax."
Oh, so he all right. Well, the guy went back to George Takei's
Here's the thing: the guy got
condo.
upset. The dude got upset that George was mouthing off about Kevin Spacey because he's like, "Hey, that guy fucking basically sexually assaulted me." You know what I mean? 40 years ago, and I don't like his hypocrisy. And
Takei.
That's
So
what the
Takei,
accusers.
George was sticking up for Kevin
not
Spacey.
sticking up for him, talking bad, saying, it's awful and guys like that. There's no place for them in Hollywood and all that type of stuff. Well, it
Yeah,
turns
but
out
George wasn't fucking a kid. Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, but
we're
he was-
talking about screwing kids here,
he was
right?
fucking trying to rape somebody.
Look,
That's attempted rape at the very least.
let me explain something to you. First of all, it's 40 fucking years ago.
Yeah. So you don't think George has ever done that before?
40 years ago, George is 80. 40 years ago
He was 40,
was 1977.
and there was a lot of sex going on.
And I want to say that back then, a guy raping another grown man is not really rape. It's not. It was, look, the guy willingly went back to his apartment this is the 1970s.
All right, can we just agree on one thing? That the guy was an unwilling participant in the whole thing. And all he's saying is
So says this guy. Maybe
could be
Scott
lying.
Scott Bunton, he could be lying. Now,
course
like
he could
Hillary
be.
says, everybody should be believed.
how's this? I'm a huge George Takei fan, and nobody's heart is
love
more
George.
nobody's heart is more broken than me about this story. I believe it.
And I argue a lot about the the legality of like gay marriage and shit, but I have nothing against gay, and I love George.
Yeah, George is
George
great.
is so if this is true,
George is all sexed up, dude.
but you know something, he hasn't fucking raped anybody else in 40 years.
I mean-
he didn't rape this guy, and he didn't rape anybody else.
I mean, you never know. They could be
So if
dead.
it happened
He could have
once-
raped him and killed him.
If it happened once, 40 years ago, you would think this would be a pattern that George had.
Yeah, I bet you dollars to donuts. This is story one of 100 in the next month or so.
You think
about
so?
old Uncle George? Yeah.
See, I would jump on this fucking bandwagon in a heartbeat. But like George doesn't have, I don't think George has that kind of money. You know what I mean? I could come out and say, 5 years ago, I was in New York City when he was, figure out when he was with Howard Stern and shit.
George is a banker too. Remember, George has got some dough.
And say I was ass raped in the fucking,
Yeah,
subway
right.
by George Takei.
Yeah, right.
And maybe jump on this bandwagon.
Again, that's how
I
the
can hold a
system's
pretty
set up now,
I
man.
can hire Gloria Allred,
Yeah, right.
get her sitting right next to me. I'll cry.
Be a movie of the week in about 10 years.
Yeah. Think of
You
the
know?
money you can make off of this.
Oh shit. No, I hope it's not true. I really don't, but I believe it. I
the guy was 23 and Takai was in his 40s.
Takei.
Takai.
Although Takai's okay because that means expensive in Japanese. No, Uncle George rules. He's been part of some funny radio over the past 20 years. off and on.
having a cock in my ass is that funny.
He claims it's painful. He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
They're just
I
blowing
heard
each
that.
other. Him and Brad apparently just blow each other.
69 and so you'd think
They
one of
don't
them
even swallow. They both spit.
Howard
crazy.
must have asked him if one of them had raccoon eyes at one time or another.
I think George has been in the studio and witnessed Sal Raccoon Eye Richard.
Yes.
I believe that happened.
I believe you're
on that
correct.
fucking show
You're correct.
while he was dressed. He was dressed up in a superhero outfit, Captain Sack.
See, I think there's a lack of perspective here. Now, the Harvey Weinstein thing, one of the reasons it makes, no matter what time it would that it came out, it would be a horrible thing, of course. But Harvey Weinstein has been doing this for I don't know, what's the oldest one? Oldest accusation? Is it 20? Is it 10 years ago? 20
Oh no,
years
this shit coming out from the 70s, bro.
Okay.
40 years ago.
But you got to understand, in the 70s, raping was almost like not a big deal. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
I'm not saying that it's right, but
I
I'm
was
saying
real
you got
young,
to
I
put
guess.
you got
I
to
don't
put
remember.
shit in the perspective of the time in which it would be like during slavery.
So you're saying that mankind has come way farther along in the last 40 years then?
Well, the pendulum has swung so far past, now you get fucking people telling you that you're some sort of a phobe, whatever you want to put in front of that phobe.
Right.
If you don't believe that they can change gender on a daily basis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking male today. Tomorrow I'm a female. Fucking Wednesday I'm going to be a male and a cat. These people are fucking out of them. You can't say anything about it because you're some sort of a fucking sexist or phobe.
Gotta keep your mouth shut and go about your business. By the way,
that's why this podcast is great, because we can tell them to go fuck themselves.
How sad is Bruce Jenner? That's one of the saddest stories of all time. I don't think he's comfortable as a woman, by the way. I think he's seriously mentally fucking ill.
Well,
beyond just the whole transgender thing.
Anybody that comes in, it's kind of like the Clintons. Anyone that gets near those Kardashians, their life just fucking falls apart. Have you noticed that?
You talking about the Clintons or the Kardashians?
No, I'm saying just like the Clintons.
Oh.
Anyone that gets close to the Kardashians, as in like gets close to the Clintons, their fucking life just falls apart.
Yeah, I think the Clintons are worse than the Kardashians.
Oh, well, of course they are.
I
mean, there's people that
they're both
that go to jail. Yeah. But I mean, who was that? Lamar Odom? He married that?
He married one of them. Yeah,
fucking fat animal.
I don't know which one.
And
I
didn't his fucking whole life fall apart?
I think her name started with K though. I think
Kelsey or
one of them.
Kim?
Crystal or some
Crystal?
shit. Yeah, something.
Well, all their names start with K. It's one of those families.
Oh, is that the deal?
Yeah.
Is the brother too?
I don't know. I think the brother.
He's a mess, from what I hear.
Guzzler or something.
From what I hear, he's a fucking wreck.
Come with a K.
The mom's cute though. I gotta say. I guess I see what.
Yeah, but she's
old
horrid.
Bob Kardashian. Oh, she is
awful. Look,
she's beautiful though. Is all I'm saying.
Everything. She represents everything that's wrong with society today.
You think?
Money grubbing, fucking, just a life lived of fame and excess and being a pig.
She had some business venture though? She might have got the.
I believe she was a publicist.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say.
Or a public relations person.
It's not like she was just a housewife. You know what I mean? So she had some skills. She turned it into a fucking mega career.
I actually heard the woman say on some show years ago, and somebody asked her point blank about, the sex tape, which basically launched Kim Kardashian's career.
Yeah, you forget about that, right?
She said, hey, once that happened, I had to turn and make some lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah, right.
Because, they were going down the wrong path. So now they're all, well, if money is your standard on how well somebody's done, they've done very well.
Yeah,
and they're very
pretty
successful.
Well. Hey, the other day we were talking about
I think
name
useless human beings.
Do you think they've stepped on anybody to get to where they are?
Probably not.
You don't think?
No. Well, I mean, who would you step on?
I
think
don't know,
there's some
maybe
people
not.
that went away. They overshadowed. Like, you don't see Paris Hilton anymore, do you?
No, but she still makes money.
But you don't. I mean, she's not on fucking TV anymore.
Thank God.
I mean,
tedious, vapid.
And the other Lionel Richie's
Nicole Richie
there.
Nicole Richie. She had something else going on though.
I believe
having babies.
She looks like I remember. She looks like she got full blown fucking AIDS.
She's very, very skinny. Very skinny. Well, didn't she do the whole anorexia thing? I'm pretty sure.
But yes, like I said, I believe on the last podcast, that whole fucking place is it's a magnet.
Oh, Hollywood.
It's a magnet for very talented people and the most vicious animals that will take advantage of anyone.
Well, they're talented at being vicious. You know what
I mean? No.
That's a good place to go.
Like Harvey Weinstein is a. Well, he must be pretty talented. I was listening to somebody today on the radio talking about Harvey Weinstein, and they actually worked with him or partnered up with him. And because he made My Left Foot
Right.
with Daniel Day-Lewis,
Right, yeah.
who is a fucking incredible actor. This guy you never see. He's never in public. And when he does a movie, he became Lincoln.
He's the ultimate method actor. Yeah.
He's fucking amazing.
He's method beyond method.
Shakespeare in Love, which got rave reviews. I could never get through it.
I never
don't
saw
know
it.
why.
I never saw it.
And a couple other ones that they mentioned today. And I forget who the person was that worked with him.
You're
But
talking about Harvey?
yeah,
How about all the Quentin Tarantino movies he produced?
yeah. Well, is that true? He
Yeah,
did all Quentin's movies, every one of them?
He's Quentin's benefactor.
Well, so obviously Harvey's talented,
So
but I
Kill
guess
Bill, Reservoir Dogs,
he's a
Pulp
vicious,
Fiction.
intimidating, and now we know that he's not only is he a groper, but he's a possible rapist, right? Allegedly.
I mean, allegedly, but I mean, yeah. A serial, at least fucking sexual criminal, you know?
So when they go to these rehabs, do you think they have signs up and they all gather in the morning with some coffee and donuts, kind of like an AA meeting, and there's rule number 1: raping is wrong.
Right.
Do you think that's how they start? How do you rehabilitate the
Raping,
rapist?
writing, and arithmetic, man.
How do you do that?
I don't know, man.
What do you think they do at that rehab place?
I mean, don't they all meet in groups and shit? And
Yeah, like half of
All day.
Hollywood's fucking at one of them right
they
now.
got like 2-3 group meetings a day, 2 one-on-ones. Gotta go clean some toilets.
Why did you rape the 9-year-old boy?
God.
Well,
Must be
he was
awful.
goddamn cute. I'll tell you. You ever seen a boy's ass with a little tan on it?
Right.
Ooh.
Vey. Tan line, son.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
That is fucking awful.
Well,
Awful.
one of our
You can't be
fellow-
raping kids. Can't fuck kids.
fellow Massachusettsians,
What's your other kid,
or
I guess?
Massachusetts, whatever the fuck you call them, Louis C.K., he was part of this whole men behaving badly thing, and he is fucking taking full-on blame for everything. You read that?
No.
He just
no,
can't-
I was very busy today, Al.
Another
I
one.
didn't spend much time. I got to
think
spend
it happened.
more time.
I think it happened over the weekend or even on Friday when he came right out as soon as the shit came out. Whenever it was, late last week.
So did he just come out and said, "Yeah, I did it"?
He goes, "I did it, and I feel awful about it, and why don't I want to be the one who basically helps get this fucking shit straight?" I get it.
Do you think that?
What do you need? A beer?
No, hang on. I'm going to get up for a second, but
All right,
I'm going
go
to have you answer this question.
All right, go ahead.
Do you think Louis C.K.'s career is fucked?
It's already fucked. That's why I wanted to bring it up, because I believe he's got a Netflix deal that just fucking went under. He's losing all his extra shit. A couple of stand-up gigs have been canceled, and also whatever fucking network he's on with the Louis C.K. show. I forget what it is. It's like, I don't remember. It's not a computer. I mean an internet fucking channel. It's a TV channel. Whatever. Oh, FX. Isn't it FX or something?
For the Louis show?
Yeah. Apparently FX is, it looks like,
Canning him?
it looks like that's probably the way it's going to go. They haven't done it yet, but the statement, they were really disappointed. You know what I mean?
Now, Louis
But he's owning up to it.
He didn't rape anybody, right?
I don't know. I don't
He
know.
behaved badly?
I don't know. I'm not that up on the story.
So let's see.
I'm not up again. It sounded to me like he
Well, let me ask you this.
showed,
Is
he
there
at the very
any-
least showed his cock to someone who didn't really want to see it, you know?
Is there any coming back from this?
No, there isn't.
But don't you think there should
I mean,
be?
maybe, hey, Donald Trump, there was some pretty shitty accusations against him, and he bounced back from it. Does that mean they were bullshit? Yeah, that's probably what it means, you know?
Well,
He came back from it.
I gotta
because he
believe
got
that
money?
you can live. What do you want the guy? Look, there's a big difference, at least in my mind, between behaving badly
Yeah.
and all out rape.
And fingering somebody.
Oh, I mean, if you're forcing someone to have sex with you, you should be in jail.
Right.
But if you whip your dick out in front of somebody, maybe you should be punched in the face.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't know if is that a jailable offense?
Well, I mean,
But
it's just.
But should your life-
Is it right or
should
is it
your life
wrong?
be
Is it
ruined?
right or is it wrong? Is it right or is it wrong to fucking show your cock to someone who doesn't have any interest in it? It's not like, hey, I'm going to whip this out and see if they're interested.
But maybe under the circumstances, he thought that they thought it would be funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he was probably shit faced. He
There's
was
gotta
probably
be-
shit faced. I bet you'll even say it in the story if he wasn't. Was it?
There's got to be a way for someone to rebound who did not rape anybody, who did some, maybe it was he was
Well,
immature,
let's
maybe
think.
he was childish, maybe he read.
Well, let's
Look, this guy's a fucking moron.
Not
Maybe he read the signals wrong.
so let's go back like we did the presidency the other day. Now this
Don't
is
ever do that to me again.
I know, I
know
won't.
nothing about it.
I'm not talking
You
about the
kept asking me,
president.
what do you
What I'm
think of
saying
Coolidge?
is,
I'm like,
think
who
of
the fuck is Coolidge?
think of the most other than all this bullshit going on. Let's think about some people who've been accused of the sex thing, and have they rebounded or not? Bill O'Reilly, has he rebounded yet?
No, but I think I don't know what Bill O'Reilly would rebound to. I mean, Bill's 70 years old.
About
isn't he?
prominence.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's late 60s. Yeah, I bet you he's
Meaning he's
68,
not going to get another.
69 years old.
He's
not as old as my
35-year-old guy
dad.
who's going to get another show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think he's going to be retiring.
yeah. So has he rebounded or not? What do we think? Doesn't matter.
Well, it depends
It
on what you
doesn't
mean.
matter,
What do you
right?
mean by rebound?
Well, you're the one who's brought it up. You said, "Can you rebound?" What does rebound mean?
Well, I mean, you could
All the way back?
You have your career back. I mean,
So it's been too soon for Bill O'Reilly, probably to tell.
Netflix. If Louis C.K. if they're canceling his, if he's got a special. And
Oh
they're
yeah.
canceling it,
Netflix is done with him.
Well, in 2 years, if Louis goes and, I instead of this fucking rehab bullshit, maybe you come out and you go and personally apologize to each one of these people that you offended, and say that I didn't understand that I was, doing something this egregious.
I think that's the only time he did something like that too. By the way, and I think it's not the only time George did it. But Louis, I bet he just fucked up. He picked the wrong time. You know what I mean? Wrong timing.
He doesn't. Louis seems like a self-loathing dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like the type.
Who needs to be showing his dick to anybody?
It just doesn't seem like you and I are both self-loathing.
Oh, I hate me.
So we're not the type that thinks any women really like us, for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
So we're not going to be whipping our hogs out or grabbing any girls inappropriately.
yeah, no. Hands
ever.
off. Hands off.
But
By the way, I think they all really like me, by the way. That's probably my other problem. But
they probably do, Al. You're
well,
very cute.
I've been beating women off me since I'm fucking in third grade, dude.
You're
I
a
can't
handsome
keep
man.
them off me. You know what I mean? It's just a nightmare.
Well,
It's this cross I have to bear.
It's terrible. I feel bad for you.
So anyway, before Bill O'Reilly in recent history, let's think of someone else with their sex thing who has rebounded or not. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was accused of sexual fucking, not innuendo,
Well,
what's the word, misbehavior
Bill Cosby
at the very least.
was accused
Again,
of
he's old,
drugging and raping like 50 people.
Yeah. So is he rebounded?
I mean,
can you rebound from drugging, being accused
He just fucking raped the bejesus out of a whole bunch of people.
So am I not?
Much like Bill Clinton, he just fucking loves raping people.
So am I?
Loves it.
Yeah. Am I to say that? Talk about someone who's rebounded, huh? After accusations, Bill Clinton's doing just fine. Man.
Oh, but you know what?
I bet you his bank account's doing pretty good.
I was talking the other
Do you think
day.
he's worth $100 million? Can he get at $100 million if he wants to? Not other people's, his own money. He can get at it.
I would
obviously.
think so,
I do
yes.
too. I bet you they're both worth $100 million probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they're wealthy now.
But there's a story in the Atlantic that
Cat
came
got
out
paid,
today.
Cap got paid $28,000 a year his first term as governor of Arkansas.
Yeah, well, they're in it. A lot of it was for the money. I don't think he became president for the money, but she's definitely greedy, and he's.
But I'm saying he get paid much to be governor.
No,
28
I don't think he was in
grand
it
a
for
year.
the money.
Yeah. He was taking home
I
like
think he liked doing it,
taking
and he was
home
good at it. He's a good politician.
taking home like $300 a week, maybe.
Here's the story in the Atlantic, and I was talking about Bill Clinton, like we're joking around on the. I think it was the last podcast, or maybe the one before that, about Bill, probably getting jealous of all these people who sexually assaulted people, but now it's in the Atlantic. It's entitled "Bill Clinton: A Reckoning." And it says, subtitled, "Feminists Saved the 42nd President of the United States in the 1990s. They were on the wrong side of history. Is it finally time to make things right?" So, and this talks about the people that he actually raped. And, this may be coming to the forefront. So I was kind of kidding around about Bill Clinton, getting jealous of all these other people getting much more attention than him about groping and raping women. Well, he may be getting some attention.
Might be some comeuppance going on.
Well, I don't understand. I mean, apparently this Juanita Broderick, not Juanita Broderick, the, what's the first one there? The name?
Paula Clark or some shit?
You know what? It is Juanita Broderick.
I thought Juanita
This
Broderick
was the first one.
Oh no, that was Juanita Hill. Yeah, Juanita I was thinking of the Clarence Thomas girl.
And
Sorry.
this is the one that said, not only was I raped by Bill Clinton, that Hillary came over and threatened her.
Right.
That if you ever come out with this, you ever say anything about this, and things will happen to you that you can't even believe.
This is the story from the Atlantic, right?
See, I just said that. You fucking.
Oh, I read this. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you read it? It's today's.
Yeah, I saw that. That's the only thing I read today.
So you read this story.
Yeah.
So you're way ahead of me.
No.
So
I don't. Whatever. There's nothing really new in there.
And I never understood. What the fuck was Gloria Steinem doing while this guy was fucking groping and raping and
it doesn't matter. It doesn't
she
matter.
was just silent. Well, she's a fucking hypocrite,
yeah,
right?
of course. Not just a hypocrite, but in it for the money. Gloria Steinem's doing just fine.
Well, Gloria Steinem's 89 years old.
You know what I'm saying? There was money in feminism, man.
No, she didn't do it for the money. I believe she was.
She was after the first 20 years.
Here's the deal, Al. Nobody. I consider myself moderate. No moderate ever changed the world.
Yeah, you're right about that, man.
You got to be fucking insane.
Hold on, quickly, let's think about that.
To one way or the other.
Let me think about that for a quick second. Harry S. Truman was a moderate, and he fucking bombed Japan, and he was a moderate.
Well, he inherited a war,
he changed the world, though. He changed the world.
True.
He just said no moderate every. Am I right, though? He's a moderate. That's not a bad right off the top of my head.
No, it's pretty good.
To call you.
It's good.
That's probably the only one, though. But he changed the world.
He did change the world, but I mean, I guess I'm talking more about like, change. If all black people were moderates, there would still be Jim Crow laws in the South, and it's because of the people that just are so one way on this issue, are just crazed about it.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where, unfortunately, today, the same people and new people just call everyone a racist right off the bat. And I think being called a racist when you're not a racist
It sucks.
That's fucking as bad as being called, a
rapist. Yeah, or a child
rapist. It really is.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
It sucks.
So I wish these people would think a little bit more before they start accusing people of being a racist.
It's just a word they toss around, man.
They do.
They just toss it around, and that's fine. You guys can pick which words get tossed around. There's other words that we can't toss around that mean nothing. They mean nothing.
Like what?
Like faggot, fairy. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Why can't we
can't
toss
say
around
that.
those words?
I know, but they say we can't.
Oh, well, fuck them.
But I'm saying. So we both toss around words that each other doesn't want to see tossed
Look.
around. I don't want to hear racist or homophobe
The only
or
word
sexist tossed my way.
I can't think of the only word that you can't say, and I mean, and I'll say it as far as you can't say nigger.
Yeah, I
ever.
don't like that word.
You can't say it you can. I mean, just to say the word, because I hate saying N-word. I mean, that's the word. That is one word that you should just. That I wish would just go away
There's
from our
just no-
vocabulary.
yeah,
There's
you
no
just-
need for it.
There's no need for it. It's the worst word. in
We're
the
talking
English
about
language.
a word that conjures up
Yeah.
a time when
Yeah.
people of a different color
Yep.
were treated less than human beings.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you.
Other than that, I think everything's game. Faggot, like I said,
Kike.
Heeb. Kike's shitty,
Spick.
but it's not as bad as the N word.
How about spick?
Spicks, spicks, gooks, fucking.
Yeah, gook's pretty bad.
How about zipperhead?
chink, zipperheads? How about fenderhead? That's the worst out of all of
Do
them.
you know where they got zipperhead?
No, but remind me.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
So I was listening to. I always wondered where the fuck did zipperhead come
Yeah,
from?
yeah.
Where do you get?
It's such a
Where do you
cool,
get-
cool word.
For an Asian person, where do you get zipperhead? Because they don't have a zipper on the. Well, apparently the Willys Jeep, the tread pattern looks like a zipper,
Yeah.
and they killed so many of them that they were running them over, and they used their bodies, threw them in the mud, so that the mud would mix with the body and they would be able to drive over them. And when they drove over their head, it looked like a zipper.
Right.
They called them zipper heads. So it's not funny, but it's kind of fucking funny. As long as you're not,
Yeah.
this was during the Korean War.
Right.
I don't think it was World War II. I believe it was the
It
Korean War.
had to be the Korean War.
Because it was cold.
Yeah.
So that's where you get zipperhead. So it's pretty fucking horrible when you think about where the word came from.
I mean, whatever. They'll be fine.
But you know what? Louis C.K., this is for you, Dave. At least he's not a war criminal like George Bush and Dick Cheney.
I think he doesn't
Fucking
get
war
that
criminals.
part. Yeah. It doesn't. You know what? Again, what are you going to prosecute those guys for that shit?
Yeah, put him right in
Nah,
fucking jail.
Fuck that.
It's about time.
They did all right. Anyone would have done what they did. Apparently,
I
those
read,
economic reasons, and you got to lie. You got to lie once in a while. If it's just because they're lying that they're war criminals, then
well, the Sunday shows,
yeah,
which I can't watch anymore. They had James Clapper and John Brennan on there.
yeah.
And Trump basically called them political hacks and clowns. And I watched Jim Clapper lie to Congress.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
You know what? You got to refresh me on Jim Clapper. I know who John Brennan is.
Jim Clapper was the general, and he's a general, and he was head of the NSA under Obama. I don't know if it was the entire term, but he was head of the NSA under Obama. And James Clapper was asked in a congressional hearing on television if he knows of any program that's going on in the NSA or CIA where regular Americans are being listened to or wiretapped.
Mm-hmm.
And he came right out and said, not wittingly. And then, like 3 weeks later, Ed Snowden, and this is why I say Ed Snowden's a fucking hero.
Yeah. And
Ed Snowden proved that he was lying through his fucking teeth.
Right. Who's Ed Snowden again?
Ed Snowden is the guy that is in Russia right now. Ed Snowden worked as a contractor, worked for a company that contracts with the NSA.
Uh-huh.
And he was living in Hawaii. Well, have you watched the movie? There's like two movies. There's a documentary and a movie. The the documentary is excellent and has Glenn Greenwald, who is also a homosexual, by the way.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't make him a bad guy.
No, he's an absolutely great reporter.
Yeah.
I'm saying it to you because I'm trying to like.
Despite the fact
If
he
anybody
loves
thinks,
cock.
because I talk a lot. I get very passionate about the Supreme Court decision that forced all this shit down our throat.
Right.
But I'd have nothing against the actual people. But Glenn Greenwald, excellent reporter.
Yeah.
And Ed Snowden, and there was another. Her name escapes me. She's a video journalist.
Okay.
And he invited those two to, this is where they let the cat out. He let the cat out of the bag to them. And
so what does he just live in Moscow now or some shit?
well, he was flying to. He was in Hong Kong. That's where he met and released the data that he had. He tried to get to. I think he was trying to get to South America. And they pulled his passport. John Kerry pulled his passport while he was in Russia.
Wow.
And the Russians have given him safe harbor.
Right.
He was like at the airport for 9 months or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. What an amazing story. Like, what a unique story.
But if you think that
Not a
this
lot of
guy is a
people like that.
coward or a scumbag, you have that right. But you got to think of it like this. Here's a guy that was willing to give up his life forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like meaning either go to prison forever. I mean, I believe this is an executable offense.
Well, I mean, if you
treason,
are found guilty of treason, you are eligible for the death penalty.
Well, they killed that husband and wife team in the 50s, right? Remember them? 50s or 60s, whatever.
I thought that was way before then. We talking about the ones who are up here at Cordage? That was like World War I era. But you're thinking
there was a couple.
Oh, the Rosenbergs. Oh, yeah.
Wasn't
I'm
that
sorry.
the 50s or 60s?
Yeah, I was thinking about
They fucking killed them.
Yeah. You're right. Oh, yeah, they got.
So here's a guy.
I think they got electrocuted.
that felt so strongly that his government was doing something wrong that he was willing to throw his entire life away, knowing that he may never see his parents again. He may never see where he grew up again. He may never be in the United States again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an incredible thing to do.
Yeah, no, I mean,
That takes some real fucking balls.
Listen.
I don't think I could do it, no matter what they were doing.
I think he's a stand-up guy, personally.
Same thing, Julian Assange.
He didn't do the easy thing, so
He certainly didn't. The
He's
easy
not a
thing
coward.
would have been just to take
he's
the
not a
fucking
coward.
money,
Yeah.
like everybody else was
Right.
doing.
He's not a coward.
Take the money, and
I'm not
who
saying-
gives a fuck?
I'm not saying I agree with it. I don't think it's a matter of agreeing with it. It's either, again, what was right and what was wrong. He probably did the right thing.
Now, my expansive
I don't wanna be
experience
arbiter
on
of what's
national
right
security
and wrong.
issues,
Yeah.
which, of course, I'm making up because I don't know what the fuck I'm
Yeah.
talking
I
about.
don't have any clue either.
But
Because I'm not the
It
president.
appears to me, and it's been said a lot,
Yeah.
that there is a lot of things that are deemed classified or for national security reasons, things that are not let out, that have no real, there would be there's no real information there that would do any damage to the United States other than embarrass some people,
Right.
some politicians. That to me is not classified, and it's not national security material. Now that's the world we live in,
Right.
but that's why I kind of like when you find out that Hillary Clinton was fucking rigging the election, the primary, against Bernie Sanders. So who gives a shit where the information came from? The fact that she was doing it makes her more of a scum than I ever thought she was.
I mean, I think it just verifies.
Not to get on a Hillary Clinton tear.
Well, no, not to verify
Bill
what we already have
Clinton-
known for.
Bill
she's
Clinton,
just the
he's going to,
worst.
if you read the same
They're
article I
both-
did, he's coming out.
They both might die in jail, Joe, yet. They both might die in jail yet
Well, I
for
think
separate things.
Statute of limitations on Bill Clinton's rape Even though he loves to rape.
He loves to
He
rape.
fucking loves it.
That's great.
He fucking loves raping.
You said that
He loves raping people.
Bill Clinton loves to rape.
Now, obviously, he doesn't love raping as much as Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby loves raping.
Who was on fucking literally record.
Drugging and
he's
raping
on
people.
record. He's been recorded on a vinyl record saying how great it is to fucking dose somebody on a Quaalude or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Not Quaalude. Oh, no. Oh, Spanish Fly.
Yes.
That's his thing. Spanish Fly.
I always thought that was a made-up term, but I guess it's not.
I think it was a thing. It's not. I mean, it was a thing. It's not. I mean, maybe, who knew?
Well, he loves drugging them, and he loves raping.
So that brings me back. So we went
Which
O'Reilly.
is something I stole from Jim Jeffries, by the
Now
way.
listen, we were talking about people who've been accused of sexual shit, and did they bounce back or not?
Can
No,
they
so-
have,
right
should,
now?
should
I'm
they
fucking.
be allowed to come back?
So we got O'Reilly. He's not coming back. Cosby. He's not coming back. Clinton. He's come back, but he's probably going to die in
He
jail.
doesn't have any place to go. What's he going to do?
Now up the other.
He's not running for anything.
The next person reverse chronologically that I can think of who's been, had sex shit accused of him, Michael Jackson. Did his reputation ever recover? Did his reputation ever recover? The answer is no. His reputation never recovered.
I
Whether
don't
you
know.
think he did anything or not, he paid some motherfuckers off. That's fine.
We had this talk
His
about Michael
reputation-
Jackson, and I said I don't think he's ever done anything to
But
any
this
kid.
is just from a different perspective.
Sure.
Did his reputation...
Oh, of course it suffered. Yes.
It never recovered.
I don't know. People are still
That was the
listening to his
question.
music.
Did this shit recover?
I mean, the guy's dead,
Yeah.
and he's made. The family's made like $2 billion off after. I think he made more money after he died.
Yeah.
So obviously, his music is certainly being listened to,
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
and
and
he's still
you know.
popular.
And he also had a lot of music publishing too. Other music that you don't even know he owns. He's making money
Yeah,
off
like
of. You
the
know what I mean?
Beatle catalog.
I think he ended up selling that back. He made money on that.
You think so?
Oh no, he did make money on it. He made like $500 million. He sold it for two. He bought it for $1.5 billion. He bought it for $1.5 billion, and he sold it for $2 billion back to Paul and Yoko.
You're making this up.
I'm not. No, you can look it up if you want.
I'm looking up the brief history of the ownership of the Beatles catalog. Yeah. Grab me an FB out of there, please. Out of the freezer.
Oh.
And a Diet Coke, if you would.
You got it, buddy.
Only doing the Diet Coke tonight, folks. Not getting all drunk.
Right.
So that I can actually have my wits about me.
And there's coffee brewing too, which is amazing.
I love-
Great. It smells great.
Well, you know what? I started it for the smell,
Yeah, I like coffee, but I can't have the caffeine. But I might have a little taste of it because it's.
but I love coffee, and I
Smells
shouldn't be
excellent.
drinking it because I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I was wondering what's
And that's
up with that.
That's why I'm talking so fast. Have you noticed?
You're doing fine.
It's like I've had 58 Adderall.
Right, so this isn't a. It's not what you do. I know I got here an hour late. I thought maybe it's because you always have a cup of coffee before bed. I'm like, are you turning into one of them old people? It's like, how do they do that?
No.
They have a cup of
I've
coffee
never-
before bed.
I haven't had a cup of coffee this late in the evening
Oh, all right. By the way,
forever.
I repeat, it smells wonderful. you
Well,
know?
I initially said I'm going to brew some coffee for the smell,
Yeah. It smells great.
but that's actually pretty good coffee.
Yeah.
I think Patty paid about $3 for that coffee maker.
That's all right.
It's the Walmart
That's what it is.
cheapest.
You guys must have a Keurig upstairs, I'm sure, right? Every house in America. Boy, we've always talked about, you got to invent something that everyone has. Every house in America has a Keurig. Do you have one? You know what I'm talking about?
A Corey?
Keurig, it's the coffee comes in a cup, and you put it in there, and you put the thing down, and it comes out. Yes? No?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking
All
about.
right, good. Then you don't have one. Never mind.
Hey, Michael Jackson, 1985, bought the Beatles catalog for $47.5 million.
Is that it?
Yes.
And did he ever get it? Did he ever sell it? He sold it for like $1 billion. Like $1.5 billion.
According to the New York Times, the catalog in 2006, okay, with financial problems mounting and a potential bankruptcy appearing imminent, Sony negotiated a deal on Jackson's behalf
250 mil.
to reduce loan payments on his debts, and as a part of the negotiations, retain an option to purchase 50% of Jackson's 50% ownership. The catalog was valued at $1 billion at the time.
So I don't know what I'm talking about, but I was close. We're talking about a lot of money. It was a shrewd business decision by old Michael.
Buying out the Jackson.
So his half, and that's what I'm saying. He ended up going partners with them, and then who knows what happened.
Sony paid $750 million for Jackson's portion of
which was half
the catalog.
Yeah. He might have let Paul and Yoko buy back into it. Yeah. Anyway, we are talking about substantial amounts of money. Anyway, what I was talking about was the cat's reputation. Obviously his estate is still reaping the benefits of and Paul McCartney was the one who told Michael Jackson to get into music publishing, by the way.
Yes. Well, buying rights to songs.
When they were doing say.
And he goes, I think I'm going to buy your songs, Paul. And he did. And unfortunately, Mike never got to reap the benefit of that because he was dead.
Yeah. So anyway, that takes us back about as far as this whole fucking instant news shit. I can't think of anyone before all of them who were, it seems like the whole being accused of sex shit is really kind of extremely modern phenomenon.
Well, I believe it's because we have so many outlets for it to come out. In the 80s, we had when I was going to college, we had 3 channels on the TV still. Now there's various places in the country that had cable, but in the early 80s.
Right.
But of course there was the celebrity rags at the grocery store and stuff. But now you can follow it online like nothing.
Right.
It's easy. It's easy to keep track of all the fucking people that love raping.
Yeah,
They
right.
just fucking love raping
All
people.
of them. They
But
all love
Louis C.K. does not fall into the category of somebody who loves to rape.
All he did was show her his cock.
He
right?
loves to show people his dick.
Yeah, that's about it.
Maybe the thing's huge.
I mean, it's probably huge if he's showing it around.
Or maybe it's
Like
tiny.
you said, if he was true,
He is a self-loathing guy.
I
Maybe
got a
he's like,
feeling.
hey, look at my tiny cock.
I got a feeling he's not self-loathing about his dick because he showed it to somebody. You know what I mean? I don't need anyone seeing my lack of a dick, by the way.
Well, he was on Howard Stern. He was talking about something, before he became famous. And there was a woman yelling down from a window in some horrid place in New York. I think this is back in the 90s. And if you went to New York in the early 90s, late 80s, it was a different fucking world.
Oh,
Especially early 80s. Oh my God. Times Square looks like, Disneyland now. It's almost gay.
Yeah, it's weird is what it is.
But I remember Times Square when all it was fucking smut shops and peep shows.
When's the last time you were actually there? Like there?
I haven't been in New York in a while.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago.
I haven't been.
Because my brother's buddy lives right outside of New York City in New Jersey. So I was down there a couple years ago.
But I mean, did you stop or did you just drive through? Because I've driven through
no,
with you.
We went in.
Yeah.
We
went all the way down in.
Yeah, we took the train in, and we went to the Chinese section and had some Chinese food and walked around.
It is a unique place, ain't it, man? It's crazy.
It's fucking huge.
And I couldn't fucking even imagine. Couldn't even imagine living there. I can't imagine it.
No.
I do like city life. Plymouth is where I live right now is more city than anything else. So I do like it. But I don't know if I could deal with that type of city life where like I mean,
I can't deal with it because
you're certainly not going to be owning a car. We'll put it that way.
I am too easily distracted, and I would never get anything done, and I'd be running around in circles.
Yeah.
I can't have that much activity around.
All
me.
I think of is how loud it is. It's loud, man. It's fucking loud.
You know, even at night,
And I'm sensitive to that shit.
we went down when Dead Rob was still alive.
Yeah.
We went with Rob and Molly.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Rob. And Patty and I got up at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and we walked. We stayed at the Sheraton, which was up on, it's on, I think, on 7th Avenue, almost all the way to Central Park. So we're in the 50s,
Yeah.
high 50s. We walked all the way down to the Battery, which is like 7 miles.
That's a long walk, man.
No, wait a minute. I'm lying. We got a cab all the way down to the Battery,
All
and then
right.
we walked back.
Oh, all right.
And we had breakfast. We stopped at a place, had breakfast, and there were no cars on the road, no people out, nothing. It's like you had the city to yourself,
Yeah.
and that's fucking awesome. That's the best time, I think, to be in
So
New
it was
York
like
City.
Saturday morning early or something?
It was Sunday morning,
Oh, even better.
and it was like just after Christmas,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
January-ish,
Oh, wow.
but not too cold.
Okay,
it wasn't
that's
too
cool.
bad. So that was
And
really
was it
cool.
actually sunny out when you took that walk?
It was nice.
Up fucking
Yeah, it wasn't snowing.
shit, 50
Well, it wasn't
blocks
any
or whatever.
sun at 7 o'clock in January, but still,
It's
it
not
was
called,
nice.
It's not called 7th Avenue all the way down there, is it? Did you walk all the way up that main thoroughfare, or did you kind of weave a little bit?
we weaved.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's a nice memory.
But
and
we
who made
walked
that
7
walk?
miles.
Yeah, that's a nice walk. Who made that walk?
Patty and I,
That's it, just the two of
or
you.
me and Patty, depending on how you're English.
It's Patty and I.
Well, you're an English fucking
would
major.
you say me made the walk or I made the walk?
I made the walk.
Yeah, so Patty and I made the walk.
But you know something? Apparently, I always go, Al and I went to the store. Apparently, that's wrong.
No, it isn't. I went to the store. Al went to the store. Al and I went to the store. It's not Al and
Somebody
me went
was
to the
telling
store.
me that Al and me is the right way to say it.
So who said that, by the way? Tell me who it
I don't
was.
know, but
They're
somebody-
a fucking idiot.
Somebody that sounded like they knew what they were talking about.
It's a very
but there's a lot of people like
It's
that.
a very simple trick. You break it down like I broke it down. You put both of them in front of, it's either Al and I went to the store, Al and me went to the store. Is it I went to the store or is it me went to the store?
Well, I was taught that
It's the same thing.
you put
It's math too. You can put parentheses around it.
well, you
follow
put
what
the
I'm saying?
person's name first. You put the person you're with. So it was Al and I.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I've also been told by people that are absolutely certain that you're supposed to say, you're not supposed to put your name second. You're supposed to say, me and Al went to the store.
Okay, so me went to the store.
Well, you're certainly not going to say, I and Al went to the store.
I and Al went to the store. Well, you could say it, but here's why you don't. Because
sound
nobody does.
fucking
'Cause You
retarded.
sound retarded. And that's why they're wrong.
Well, I'm glad you cleared this up for me because
It's math, Joe. It's not even English. It's
I
math.
keep saying it. I keep saying whoever and I did this, but I had this feeling that I was doing something wrong, but I said fuck it.
No.
Because it sounds right.
Yeah, no, because you're smart. You're
So
smart.
now
you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that.
An actual graduate of English has confirmed it.
Listen. If I am going to I want to blank you a question. Fill in the blank. I want to blank you a question.
No, Al, you're not going to
I want
fucking me in the ass.
No,
right
I
now,
want
are
to blank you a question. What's the word in the blank?
you? Ask.
Very good, Joe. See, that's why you know that it's Al and I went to the store.
Well,
because you're smart.
But you know, Al,
You know it's not
when you're in the-
ask you a question. It's
when you're in
ask.
the inner city, the correct word is axe.
Well, it is vernacular. It is vernacular. The thing that's
that's
I don't-
Ebonics, you know.
it's not Ebonics. It's called Black English. I wrote a
Why
I wrote
do
a thesis
why do
on
black people have trouble with the word ask?
it's because of way back, whatever their native tongue was there in West
And
Africa.
I'm talking like highly educated black people.
It's the same reason why.
It's not a. It's a something like they.
It's the same reason why you and I can't make a guttural sound like in Dutch and German and some other Western European. It's just because we can't. We can't do it, and they also can't say. A lot of them can't do the ch sound that we make. You know what I mean? It's just.
Do you know how racist we'd be called if anyone was actually listening to this show?
Why? I'm talking about Europeans. I'm talking about fellow white people.
No, I'm saying that how come white? Not every black person, of course.
It has
but there are
directly
many
to do
black
with
people
whatever
that
they
can't
spoke as a
say
native
the
language.
Word ask for
because
some reason.
it's because of their native, what they spoke over the centuries and centuries.
I heard
and
Al
centuries.
Sharpton say axe.
Yeah. Well, that's for a fact, by the way.
I don't think so. I don't think he can say ask.
He can say it.
I don't believe he can.
First of all, he's not that black. You know what I'm saying?
No, and he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and he sucks. He sucks. Al Sharpton, by the way, you took away COTW. I know I point this out a lot.
What is COTW?
Cunt of the week.
Oh,
You
yeah.
took that away.
Can't really have that.
But right now, I'm
We
going
gotta
to
have
say it.
asshole of the week.
Listen.
How about
I like-
jizz guzzler of the week?
No, that's not bad. But right now, because I always ask you on Tuesday, and I don't give a fuck.
There
what
was
you
a
have to say.
movie called Jizz Guzzlers.
Oh, I'm sure there was a movie or 2 or 6 or 12 of them. What I'm saying is,
Girls with fucking jizz all over.
listen. What I'm saying,
Guzzlers.
the person who
It's like Ghostbusters.
the person who I want to die violently, but first they have to watch their children, their precious children
Die
and
of
grandchildren and great-grandchildren die of leukemia, all of them, before he himself and his
Here it
bad
goes.
perm fucking perish of fucking cock cancer. Al Sharpton, this week, he is my fucking award winner for that.
Well,
Just because you brought him up, and I'm sure he's out there being a fucking dick.
he could.
Al Sharpton, I want your great-grandchildren, your grandchildren, and your children
You're a
all
goddamn racist, Al.
fucking die
You're
of
a racist.
fucking leukemia.
Racist.
And you have to watch, and then you, after they die, you die of fucking cock cancer. And that's it. I'm sorry, Joe. Thank you.
You can go on. I believe Al Sharpton could come into some. He could be named every week some sort of asshole of the week.
I like that. I'm starting to like now. I'm starting to like this segment because you used to award it, and I think I've taken it over.
I think you have, and you.
It's fine. It's fine.
I just don't
Helps me
have that.
blow off a
kinda-
little steam. The
I don't
thing
have
is-
that hate in my heart.
Well, here's the
anymore,
thing.
Al.
I'm starting to think that.
Except for Hillary.
I'm starting to think that it used to be for some reason. You know why you stopped watching the Sunday shows? I don't watch them either, but you used to be all worked up on Tuesday because you watched the Sunday shows, and now you
can't
don't.
watch 'em.
So now you need the perspective from Tuesday to Thursday to get worked up, but you don't seem to get that worked up anymore about. Well, you get worked about Hillary. And
Hillary's the only person I can get worked up because she's so fucking horrible, and I don't understand why she's not in jail.
all right, listen, we're about an hour in. I gotta pee bad, and I got like 9 more things to talk
Are
about.
you ready for a break?
So I'm gonna take a break, okay, buddy?
Break it up.
I don't see
Okay, it's like every show we take a longer and longer and longer break, and it's like I wish we recorded it. I think I'm going to just leave it running from now
Well,
on.
Al, just tell them the truth that we have sex with each other.
No, I'm going to leave it running from now on. I think that's what I'm going to do because it doesn't
You
eat
don't
up
want to pick up
computer space.
There's some things we talk about.
No, but I'll edit
should
that.
not be-
That I'll edit while we're officially back on the air.
I don't know if I want that
So
on tape anyway.
we were talking about men behaving badly earlier, and I just want to touch on these guys before I get on to another couple. Wow. We're watching Tucker. He finally has a semi. All right, anyway.
Who I like to refer to as fucker.
Fucker Carlson. Do you like him? I think he's cool.
I don't watch his show. He's all right.
He's like the Wonderkin, by the way. He's younger than me, by the way.
He used to have a bow tie.
Yeah, well, I mean,
mean,
that was part of his shtick anyway.
I liked-
by the way, I like that you got the TV on. Can we do this all the time?
Well, I did.
Just
I put it
have it
on
on?
because you asked last time.
Yeah. Oh, I did.
I do listen to
Oh,
you.
by the
Al.
way, mega blackout.
Do you mind that the sound's off? Because I can't.
No,
listen.
I like the sound off. It has to be off. We
the only way
we
to
can't
listen.
have that in the background.
Having sound off is the only way to watch the news.
By the way, Thursday night, hammered. Me.
Oh, yes, I know.
Oh my God,
I know you were hammered.
crazy.
Because I even asked you, I said, has the whiskey gotten to you?
Oh my God.
You're like, but
well,
you were
I
tired.
was
But you didn't
slurring
say-
by the end of the show.
You weren't bad, though.
A little bit at the end. By the way, I thought it was a good show.
It was a good show.
Too bad I lost the first half.
Well,
of it.
at least
although
we-
I found you
we
found
think
it. You found
it's
it.
a good show.
No, it is good. You found it, and I gotta.
Well, sometimes it takes a computer genius.
Yeah, and I know enough to get around and do what I got to do when I got to do it. But you're good at fucking searching on that shit. That's good. You get that fucking tunnel vision that you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why nobody can talk to you when you're like I don't know, building a partition or something. Don't talk to them. Don't talk to them.
I can
Not that
only
you've
think of
built a
one thing.
partition in a while, but
Nah.
it's been a while, right?
It's been,
When was the last time you wielded a fucking framing gun?
Jesus. Actually, not that long ago, because I
Okay.
built the 2 trusses that I made my,
Solar panel thing?
yes. So I
To
actually,
show Scott what he had to do, you mean?
well, I built the first 2, and then I let Scott take over and gave him plans to build the rest of it.
Every one of those was built by hand. None of them was prefab.
Right.
That's amazing. You guys are amazing. By the way, Scott's a pretty good carpenter, man.
He's a great carpenter.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know.
I can't.
Does
it's
he
not-
frame all that shit now, too? He is literally a frame to finish dude. Plus, he does tile. What a talented dude.
He can do. That's why I'm going to keep him around.
He's not roofing, though, right? Or are you getting...
No, he roofs too.
Shut the fuck up. He's roofing all these houses?
He sides. He roofs.
So he frames, sides, roofs,
If he has nothing left to do,
finish carpentry.
like I'm getting the house that he's on now, down on Old Sandwich Road.
Yeah.
There's another one right next door.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the foundation in the next week or 2.
Yeah.
And he's going to go. I went to the bank today, and I'm getting the financing because I want 3 done come spring to sell.
Good for you. Is he building the sun decks, too?
Yes.
Wow, man. He's so you're keeping Scott busy. He must not have another guy. You're his boss, right?
No, he's got some guys. No, I don't want to be anyone's boss.
No, but how the fuck does he do it, man? He's a working motherfucker, huh?
He's a lunatic.
I mean,
He works
Look,
7 days a week.
I'm not counting anybody else's money, but he must be I hope he's putting some money away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a
cranking.
pretty regular. Like he owns his own house.
Oh no, I know that. I'm
The
just
only
saying,
thing he doesn't have is his license.
It's his license, which sucks. Poor Scott.
So he's caught in
Fucking
that
wife has got to pick him up and drop him
But
off.
he's ready to go and get the, he's ready to go and get the fucking bullshit that he needs. He's gonna get the fucking thing you got to blow into in the car.
So he is able to. He's not one of these guys
eligible.
who can never get it again.
Right. No,
Oh,
he's
that's good.
eligible.
By the way, nice guy too. By the way,
Very nice.
And
And,
he,
I had him. I literally had him here.
I wouldn't mind him sitting in right there. By the way, I almost brought Evan by yesterday.
Oh yeah, for a Sunday show.
Oh yeah, so look, Anything going on next Sunday? Because we have no band practice for a couple of weeks. Our guy is moving. So
In the morning, I go up to Sienna.
well, how about in the afternoon? You want to do Sunday afternoon?
Maybe.
You know, it would
Well,
be.
you got to ask me later on in the week.
I'll ask you Thursday.
Because here's what I'm doing all the shit I got to do
Yep.
work wise.
Yeah.
But like I want to connect that solar array up.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna go grab the Ditch Witch Saturday. It depends on the weather.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a Ditch Witch Saturday afternoon and keep it Sunday. Bring it back Monday.
By the way, are you guys here for Thanksgiving?
yes, we usually go to Bill's sister's, but her house is being remodeled, so they're not having it. So we're not.
You and I are doing a podcast Thanksgiving night.
Okay.
Sound good?
Well, I'll be around.
And I'm going to bring Kat, and I want Patty to come. They don't have to talk, but I'm going to bring her with me because we're having Thanksgiving at Mom's.
All right.
And then I'll bring her here. We'll be there at 2. I'll be here at 6:30 like usual. Does that work for you? We'll
Yeah.
talk to Patty, too. That's fine.
Yeah, but let's.
But
Yeah,
what
we'll
an
talk
interest-
about it later.
that would be interesting, right? To
Because I
actually
can't give
do
you
it.
an answer. It's Monday. I can't give you or
Well,
Tuesday. I
it's
can't
a
give
week.
you an answer.
It's actually a week from.
no. I mean, I can't give you an answer on
No, I
Sunday.
get it.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Oh, all right. But that would be fun. Do a Thanksgiving show, maybe with the girls. Maybe
Why
have
not?
Evan come by. The reason why I want to have Evan over there is, he's fucking funny, but you got to have diarrhea of the mouth to do what we're doing. He has the fucking direct opposite of that.
No, he's quiet.
I think he would be precious on the air. There'd be
He
like-
doesn't say things that don't need to be said.
Yeah, right. I think he'd be a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, just if he was sitting there, and maybe we make him. No, I like it right there. You could just open the door, and the two of you can talk about the wood shop and
Well,
all
I can
the shit
bring,
in there. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna bring that, which I want to get out of the cabana anyway. That
Motor.
the stool.
Oh.
Yeah, the motor's got to go.
Oh.
Actually, I think I got a thing that I'm gonna use.
What are you going to use that now?
Well, it could be going in my lawnmower.
Wow, that's a big fucking motor.
Well, you know what? The lawnmower kind of dies down a lot.
Right.
So I'm thinking if I put that in there, when you're going through the really thick grass,
Right.
the riding mower.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that motor would
mean-
do some serious damage.
Right.
And it's not going to bog down or anything. You know what I mean, Al?
Yeah. So we got way off base. I want to get into this guy real quick.
Talking about people raping women.
No.
Hey, look at this.
Your boy, listen, hold on. Your boy,
Oh, you're going to love this.
your
though.
boy Roy Moore.
I'm getting into. I just saw this. You're not going to believe it.
All right, go ahead.
The woman who came out
Yeah.
said she was 16 at the time,
Yeah.
and Roy Moore attempted to rape her while signing her yearbook. Turns out her lawyer, Gloria Allred, was fucking teabagging Roy Moore while he was raping the girl.
Well, it turns out Roy Moore really, really likes young girls, which, like, in some states,
Just another guy that fucking loves raping people.
and he loves them. Back in those days, it was like
The fuck
14,
is wrong with these people?
16, 18. He dated them as early, as young as he could.
He's from
it turns out.
Alabama. Can't you get married
But
at
here's
12?
the problem. Sean Hannity has kind of championed Roy Moore.
Uh-oh.
And there are
You gotta be
advertisers.
careful to where you hit your fucking wagon,
Yeah.
man.
Advertisers are jumping ship left and right on old Hannity right now.
Well, you hitch your wagon to a fucking guy that loves raping,
Yeah.
and you're putting your career on the
And
line.
Hannity is sticking up for him on the TV show, on the Fox show. Everyone's like, "See you later." It looks like Roy Moore might be. By the way, everyone else had an election the other day. I guess fucking Alabama's election isn't for another week. Oh no, it's Saturday, right?
I don't know. I haven't been following this, even though you call him my boy.
That's
My
your
boy
right
Roy.
there. Your boy with the 10 Commandments in the fucking courthouse.
Does it say thou shalt not rape?
Yeah.
Apparently it doesn't.
Thou shalt not date 15-year-olds. You know what I mean?
It doesn't say thou shalt not rape. So
I mean-
Roy's not breaking any rules.
Listen, he was in his 30s.
Gloria Allred
Listen, he was in his
sucked the balls off of Judge Moore.
right. He was in his 30s dating chicks in their mid-teens. What's the big deal? You know what I mean?
Now, Gloria Allred probably was married at one time. So I'm going to ask you
I
this.
mean, I don't know.
She must have been. She's got a daughter. But I think she might have been married. Maybe she's still married. How many bags do you think her husband or boyfriend had to put over her head to fuck Gloria?
I don't know. She was probably a lot of fun back in the day. You know what I mean?
She doesn't. She never looks like she's
I haven't
fun.
seen a picture of her as a youngster. Maybe I can call that up. I mean, by the way,
she's just
we are going to
awful.
destroy this computer with a sledgehammer on cameras when we go GoPro. Come on,
It's-
motherfucker. There you go. Sorry, everybody.
if you swear at it, it fucking works.
You got to talk to it like you love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, call it a cunt.
So who was I looking up? Oh, Gloria Allred. Oh, by the way, it's responding quickly. The problem is I type one-handed quicker than I do two-handed.
Me
Did
too.
you ever learn how to type?
No.
By the way, everybody at work, except for my boss, every one of them are all.
Yeah, my daughter can do that. It's,
They're-
it's
every one of them.
embarrassing.
Everyone,
I'm like one finger fucking Freddy
one
here.
finger fucking Jones.
I'm
I know
typing
they
in
think I'm an
Gloria
idiot.
Allred nude.
Oh, see, she looks different than I thought. All right. Oh, see, I always thought she was that fucking. Who was Edie Brickell playing on the? Not Edie Brickell. Edie Gourmet. Edie, what's her face? What's her face?
Edie Gourmet?
No, Edie Falco. Edie Falco is playing some famous lawyer right now on a TV series, and I thought that's who Gloria Allred was.
Edie
She's
Falco
79.
was
Gloria Allred images. Let's see if we can find. By the way, when you're looking for something, you look for images.
right.
Images is fun.
It is.
It works.
Because you can type in any woman's name
Or
and
any-
then put nude at the end. You
Yeah, but
don't
you
want
can
to put
also-
naked because then you get all this porn shit. But nude, you sometimes get some
Yeah,
attractive
but you can
pictures.
also put in like the fucking name and serial number of a
Oh,
commercial fucking
there's a
heating unit.
picture of Gloria back in the. This is probably early 90s.
I forget what the point was. She's not a hideous looking woman.
Nah, she's not that
She
bad.
looks fine. She's fine.
She's not that bad.
No, she's
She's a horrible human being.
yeah. I mean, she's terrible, but she's not ugly. She's
because she can't. She
pretty.
loves to. She loves to exploit these people. She has to.
Who is she exploiting? Her clients? You mean?
Oh my God!
Well, of course. If by
she's just-
exploiting you mean extracting millions of dollars from their wallet, yeah, she's exploiting them. You know.
Well, she hitches her wagon to these people that are going to be in front of the camera. Now, granted, they do need some. They're not media experts, but why do you have to have? There is nothing that says you have to have a fucking press conference when you got to sue somebody.
Yeah, but it's.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's a tactic. It's like any other. It's a tactic.
For what? Who's paying attention? Nobody in the court gives a fuck.
She feel well that it gets her paid too. You know what I mean? She's on the clock when they're on the when they're getting taped.
She's a wretched media whore. She's a fucking media whore like crazy.
I think she's a money whore.
I don't hate her or anything. I don't dislike her like
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton because I don't think she's.
Look at all the
I don't think
outfits.
she's truly
Did
evil.
you press images by the way?
Yeah, everything's
Look
red.
at the fucking outfit with the shoulder pads and the pinks and the
but she typically wears all red
yeah.
to go, because she goes along with the all red name.
Yeah.
But you know something? Adam Carolla has a show with Mark Garagos, who I thought was a fucking asshole until I actually started listening to him, and he's actually a pretty decent guy.
By the way,
So
the name is
maybe
familiar. What's his most recent resume again?
Mark Garagos is the guy who represented Peterson, who is the guy that is on death row.
Scott Peterson.
Scott Peterson
Yeah.
for killing his wife and
Lacey.
unborn child.
Yeah.
And the thing that pisses me off the most about the unborn child is this is in California, where you can go in with a pair of you can go into a woman's vagina with a chainsaw and carve the baby up.
Yeah.
And it's the day before it's about to be born. Okay? That because it's fucking total abortion is legal in California.
Right.
Doesn't matter what month.
The thing could
But all of a sudden-
saying mommy.
The unborn child
Yank it.
somehow is now a life.
Right.
So how does that fucking square?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
There's no.
How can it be a double murder?
We're never going to.
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's either a fucking fetus
Right.
that you can cut up with a fucking chainsaw while it's still in the mother.
Yeah.
It's not both.
Yeah, but I mean, why even get worked up about that part of
Because
the story?
it fucking pisses me off.
I know, but it's
If
it's
you're gonna
minutia.
be-
It's minutia, right? At that point,
No, it's bullshit because you're in a state
he needs
where
to go away either way. He needs to be killed either way. He needs to
but
die
you
either
didn't
way.
see that there's a documentary out. There are people that
If he's guilty, I meant.
they don't think he's guilty.
Oh, really? No shit.
This guy was so fucking guilty by the media.
Yeah.
You know, there
I
are
mean,
some
oh,
people
yeah,
that
totally.
don't do crying and sobbing.
Yeah.
all that
Right.
well.
Yeah.
So he's basically, I'll sum this up. Scott Peterson is in jail because he didn't show enough like sadness.
I'm going to be
He's
one-
literally in jail because of that.
I'm going to be one heavily sobbing, fucking clothing rending, hair pulling motherfucker. Either way, if I'm guilty or not guilty,
After
you know what I
kill
mean?
your second wife.
You know what I mean? I'm going to be, or not. If I get accused of it, I'm going to be like, I didn't do it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And if I did it,
so much.
and if I did it, I'm going to go, I didn't do it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? You're right.
I'll give $100 grand to anybody that has
he definitely,
information.
yeah, right. He definitely
He didn't seem,
he didn't seem all that worked up.
you know,
Yeah.
and he probably, I don't, you know, there is, Garagos wrote a book about it, which I'll never read because I don't read, but he was talking about it, and he was talking about the, you know, some of the highlights of the thing, and it's like I thought about it. Now, granted, having to preface and say that, of course, I wasn't in the courtroom and didn't sit on the jury,
Right.
but you know, there's a lot of shit that like makes it almost impossible that he did this.
Yeah. Wow. No shit. Cool. Well, good for him, man.
And the guy's in jail.
It's been a while. It's been almost 15 years, maybe more.
Been a long time.
Yeah, dude. That's a long time.
And they, you know, and who's that? You know, that fucking Nancy, is that whore? Is that, and when I say whore, I don't mean, I'll call guys whores.
Right.
That fucking Nancy Grace.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking evil-eyed cunt.
Yeah.
What's
she doing now?
Well, she was on, she had that guy fucking guilty from day one.
Oh, you're talking about Scott Peterson.
Yeah, and every fucking day she was just like,
what's her
"Oh,
deal? She was-
here's Scott Peterson.
What's her deal? She was a prosecutor?
No, she's a
Private lawyer?
No, she
She's a lawyer.
TV show.
No, I know. She's
yeah,
a lawyer, though.
She was a former
Yeah,
prosecutor.
that's what I'm saying.
But everybody was fucking guilty.
What the
to
fuck's
her
her last name again?
Grace. Nancy Grace. What a disgusting, wretched sack of
Yeah,
shit.
I think, yeah, poor Nancy. I think she was never, ever, I mean, you know what?
But
that's
she's got
bullshit.
those
She comes from the-
googly, beady-eyed, horrid.
Of course, she must have done both the public defender and prosecutor thing.
I don't
wa-
think she's
I-
ever defended anybody. Everybody's
You don't
guilty
think
in
so?
her book.
So she's a prosecutor only, huh?
I don't know. I don't know what she's done.
By the way,
Hopefully she's dead.
you know me, and I love.
As a matter of fact, I hope her children die of fucking leukemia.
Go ahead, and then what?
And then here's what I want. I want both of her children to get asshole cancer.
There you go.
first.
That's so it's not leukemia, but butthole cancer. son.
Asshole cancer.
Yep.
So that, and they can't fix it. So every time that they have to shit out of their mouth for some reason. Okay? And then she gets asshole cancer and has to watch them die of asshole cancer while
First.
shitting out of her mouth, too.
Right.
And then she fucking dies.
She's vile, dude.
She is. She's horrible.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I don't think she's on TV
Wasn't there
anymore.
something about that you needed to be semi-attractive facially? Facially, at the very least.
Well, I think 15, 20 years ago, she was reasonable enough to be on television.
Although Greta Van Sustren's on TV, and she's fucked up looking. You know what I mean?
Did you know Greta Van Susteren and her husband are Scientologists? And she seems so rational that you go, man, how could she be a Scientologist?
Yeah,
But I
that's
guess she
weird,
is.
man. Everyone's, I mean, what the fuck? That means she's stupid. She's stupid. If you're a Scientologist, you're stupid. L. Ron Hubbard
Well-
didn't know shit. If you're a Scientologist,
Maybe she doesn't believe fully.
you're stupid. By the way, if you're a devout Roman Catholic, you're stupid. If you are a devout Jew, you're stupid. If you are a devout Muslim, you're stupid. If you are a devout, if you are a devout
You gotta be
Hindu,
careful.
if you are a devout Hindu, you're stupid. If you're a devout Buddhist, now we're talking. I think that's the one. And I've been studying religion since I'm fucking.
Are you going with
8
the
years of-
Buddhism?
I'm thinking Buddhism is the deal, dude.
Is there a God?
No, it's everything's God, man. Everything's God.
God's everywhere.
God is all of this shit, man. Buddhism is the deal.
We need to get a fucking Nancy Grace doll that we can stick pins into.
Yeah.
And get one of those fucking voodoo people in here.
Which is a religion too, and that means you're stupid.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because-
I would.
You start fucking bleeding out of your eyes because there's somebody down there saying, you think it's stupid, huh, man?
Yeah, right.
You know?
That's gonna happen.
There's a
dude.
fucking Al doll down there.
I know.
This woman's punching
The
in the
funny
nuts.
thing is I know you don't believe that at all, so I don't even know where you're going with it. But
Fucking Al doll. She's fucking stabbing you in
pretty
the
funny.
balls, and you've
Oh,
got
yeah.
fucking
And I'm like,
horrendous nut pain. Oh, it's like somebody stabbing me in the
Listen.
balls.
listen,
There's a Jamaican woman there. That's right. You got that right, you fucking bastard.
the pain from my mental anguish is so fucking huge that I'll never feel that ball pain. You know what I mean? You know how like if you get punched in the fucking arm, you hit something else in your body, and
Yeah.
same thing, man. My mental
It's like hitting
pain.
yourself on a hammer so your foot stops hurting.
My mental pain is eternally, even when things are going good like they have been.
Yeah.
I fucking hate myself.
you got it going on.
I hate it. I hate me.
It ain't
I
easy.
suck.
Self-loathing is
I
a terrible
fucking
thing.
suck. And
But you don't. And it,
yeah, no. Tomorrow,
But you know-
tomorrow is gonna be the break. I'm gonna get fired tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Why?
get fired
Why do you say
because
that?
I'm incompetent.
Oh, stop that.
I'm
What
incompetent.
do you mean you're incompetent?
I'm incompetent
You're just
for a variety of reasons.
you're a fucking moron. Now
Yeah,
you're,
yeah.
you're fishing for compliments.
No, I'm really not. I'm actually Joe. I'm really
You're not
not.
gonna get fired tomorrow.
I might.
The only way you'll get fired
sheer
tomorrow
incompetence.
is if you want to get fired.
No, I don't. I desperately want them to just continue to give me a steady paycheck every week.
Because it's so fucking
Pretty
easy.
cool. Here's the other thing.
I bet you find this
Dude,
so easy.
I sat down and figured out my finances for the first time ever. You know
Really?
how fun that is? Because I know what's coming in between her and me and what we need to pay.
no, I know
I'm gonna-
nothing about that.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never did that before.
I just
Poor
figured-
Anya used to try to do it, but you know, I'm like, well, I'll try to give you this amount of money, and when I couldn't, I would put it on a credit card, and you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
eventually go bankrupt.
There it is.
But that's all right. You know, whatever.
That's why they got bankruptcy.
But did I tell you, Kat and I are going to Florida? My parents gave us as a wedding present a week at their condo, like they do the timeshare thing, right? You know,
Yeah.
the timeshare.
They've been
What-
going there forever.
since I was in 8th grade. So, you know, since like around you graduate, it's a long time anyway, right? So the place is cool, and we're going to be staying in their actual unit, which, is a joke, as anyone who does the timeshare thing knows. You trade and you go everywhere else,
Right.
Very rarely do you stay in your unit, But my parents have, and we're going to stay in the original unit, and I'm so stoked. It's going to be fun.
Are you going to go to Disney World?
Well, Kat worked at Disney World between high school and adulthood.
No shit. She lived in Florida?
Yeah, for a little while. And you can ask her about it on Thanksgiving if we all get together. I think we're going to see each other Thanksgiving.
Hey, did you see Trump? I guess Kim Jong-un called Trump old. And
that was a while ago.
No. This is like recent, last couple
old
of days.
And senile or something.
Last couple of days, I guess Kim Jong said something to the effect. And Trump goes, I don't know why he's calling me old. I never call him fucking short and fat.
Wow.
I mean, Trump just fucking...
He doesn't care.
I don't care. I don't give a shit what any of these people say. They're so... That's why I can't watch these Sunday shows. They're just so mortified.
Yeah, well.
Because they're all so dignified.
And it's hard because...
Fucking assholes.
Hey, does Fox News and... Does Fox, the network, have a Sunday show as well as Fox News?
Yeah, Chris Wallace does, but he's very down the middle.
So that's Channel 25, I'm saying. That's not Fox News, right?
Oh, no, this is Fox News.
Oh, but...
Chris Wallace is Mike Wallace's son.
No, I know, but I'm saying... You know how there's a Fox News and a Fox Network, and they are affiliated?
Yeah.
Do they have separate Sunday shows?
I don't know.
Oh, so but you're saying you watch Chris Wallace on Fox News or Fox the Network?
I believe it's on the Fox Network.
Oh, okay. So it's not Hannity and what used to be.
No. It's on that. It's on the fucking Fox News channel.
I got you.
So I don't know whether it's on the affiliates though as well. It probably is. But
Yeah.
he does a Sunday show.
Yeah.
But they're all.
Do you think Mike Wallace had the same politics as Chris? Because obviously Chris is a righty.
No, I think Mike Wallace was
right up
very
the
much
middle.
to the,
Or a liberal.
I think he was pretty left.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think all those guys were. You know
But
what
then
I mean?
again, who really knows?
Yeah.
Mike Wallace, along with the guys, this used to be the day where people could actually keep their politics. There was a time when they could keep their politics out of it.
Yeah.
Now they can't help themselves. And one of the beautiful things about Trump getting elected is, if you ever thought that most of the news media was biased, now you know for sure.
Of course.
It's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
They are so fucking out of their
For
mind.
whatever it's worth. I haven't figured out what that's worth yet, but I
think
I
it's
agree
worth
with
a
you.
lot.
Do you
because
really? I think it's worth a lot of
I
votes for
can't
Trump.
watch him not because I'm sitting there yelling at the TV, but I don't believe him.
How's this?
I don't believe what they say.
How's this for a scenario that I'm really afraid of now because we've talked about it before? Clearly, Donald Trump is going to be reelected. He's going to be a two-term guy. There's no doubt about that. But I think he's running a fucking serious, not him, but there's a serious chance running that one of the houses might flip or both next year.
I don't think he gives a shit because he'll work
I know he
with
doesn't
the
give a
Democrats.
shit. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
He's got no love from either one of those Republican houses.
Yeah.
I mean, Republican bodies.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're all in the fucking tank.
Right.
They're part of the whole.
So imagine if that happens, that it flips, both houses flip, and yet he gets elected, and a lot of shit gets done, and Donald Trump goes down in history as one of the greatest presidents, at least of the modern era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is what it's looking like to me. You know what I mean? He's a deal maker. It's the art of the deal, everybody. Don't you know that? Don't you know it's all about making a deal?
Well, he's not this ideologue. He doesn't give a fuck about being conservative. He's he's a Democrat, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, probably.
So he doesn't care.
Didn't he actually badmouth Republicans on tape
Probably.
once? Like way before any. Although I guess did we talk about this? Richard Nixon was a Donald Trump fan. Richard Nixon wanted Donald Trump to run for president of the United States.
Really?
Yeah, you can look that up. That's a fact. Richard Nixon loved Donald Trump. He loved the book, and he loved how he dealt with media. And
I found that because Nixon was an intellectual.
of course he was, but he was also a lifetime politician, which I detest. But we'll give him a fucking pass.
So, but
tricky dick.
maybe he really liked Trump.
He loved him. He loved him. He loved Donald Trump. By the way, I know just because there was a slight lull there. You know who Roger Goodell is?
Yes, the NFL fucking commissioner.
I know that he makes somewhere in the neighborhood of 40, 42, 44 mil a year for his gig. He has a contract coming up, and it's in the news. He just asked for $50 million for next year. Fucking good job if you can get it, huh?
Well,
The cat's a
it's
lawyer,
fine.
by the way.
Roger Goodell to me looks like one of the dumbest people.
You think so?
He seems dumb.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, obviously, he's not dumb,
Yeah, that's my fucking point.
but
Got some bank.
I think he's a moron.
Yeah. Do you know that?
But then again, I don't give a fuck about,
I know you don't give a shit about any of
I
that
don't care
stuff.
whether they ever have football on
Yeah,
again.
I
I don't care.
I know. By the way, a lot of people feel like you do who like football, and it turns out that TV ratings are down for the first time ever.
Well, because football,
And attendance at the fucking games are down, and they're attributing it to this whole kneeling,
CTE.
kneeling,
the kneeling shit.
the whole kneeling thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, football's on borrowed time because the CTE thing, in 20, 30 years, there'll be no more football.
Do you think there'll be no
Guaranteed.
professional football in
Nope.
30 years?
None.
Unfortunately, we cannot bet on that. I would bet the other way for fun, but we can't bet. Maybe. How old's your daughter?
28.
I'm going to have you put 20 in an envelope and me put 20 in an envelope. And we're going to get Charlena and Anna in a fucking room together. And I'm going to say there will be, what do you want to do, 20 or 30 years?
I think it'll take 30.
All right, so I'm going to go 30 years. And whichever one of us is right, that motherfucker's daughter gets the $40. All right?
But it's gonna, the brain shit is just fucking overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming evidence.
Yeah, I mean, it's a violent game. It's violent.
And I think it's gonna go away.
And I'm going to tell you what, I got rocked a few times playing high school football, man.
Well,
Rocked.
and that's the
Rocked.
thing. See, what's gonna happen is it's not because there's gonna be parents saying there's gonna be no fucking pee-wee football or whatever
Right.
the hell they have. And they're not gonna let them play high school football.
Right.
And
It'll just fizzle out.
that's it. Where are you gonna get your players?
Right.
You're gonna train them in college?
I got a feeling that it'll never, ever, ever be eliminated on the youth or high school level or college level, ever. I mean,
Well, they might play it down south because they're fucking stupid down there.
yeah, I don't know. The thing is it's such a minuscule, micro, fucking nothing, fucking segment of society that becomes a pro athlete. Never mind a pro football player. I mean, being a pro football player has got to be what? I mean, hold on. I'll tell you what it is. It's like 1 in a half a fucking billion. No, not half a billion. I'm sorry. Billion, 7. Man, it's 1 in about 250 million to be a pro football player. 1 in 250 million to
Yeah,
be an NFL player.
The problem is, though, that they're finding that the CTE is they're finding it in 8-year-olds that play football.
Yeah, I believe it.
It doesn't
I
take.
believe you.
It takes like a concussion,
Yeah,
and half the people have it.
What about-
2 concussions? 75% of the people have it. And if you
what-
have 10 concussions, 97.3.
Do the soccer players get it too? Because they hit that shit with their head. Not that much, obviously, but they must have it too, right?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
So, like, I mean,
I think there's a
you
lot
think that
more
they're
head
gonna
banging.
So,
going
by the
on in
way, do you
football.
think that business and the marketplace needs to be regulated to the point that football gets eliminated, pro football gets eliminated.
No.
That's a fucking
I
market
mean, in what
thing.
way? Like, the government comes along and says this is dangerous for these players, and we're not going to allow.
Yeah, I mean that's a fucking market issue, isn't it? Let the market
No.
bear what's going to go down, guys. Come on.
Well, I mean, however,
We don't need the government telling us what we can or cannot do.
well, having said that, though, if you could get away with it, they would have fights to the fucking death on pay-per-view.
Which
Every week.
I think we're close to that.
No, we're not going to get there.
Dude, they beat the fuck out of each other.
That WWE is pretty well. Is it WWE? What is it? It's not wrestling. It's MMA.
MMA, yeah.
I mean, when they first came out, they weren't wearing any. They were
Oh, I remember, yeah.
raw, no rules.
No feet, yeah.
They could
the only rules
they
were
could
you
pull
couldn't
hair,
fight,
they
you
could
couldn't
bite.
and you couldn't eye gouge. That was pretty much it.
No, I think in the beginning they could do anything.
No, you couldn't bite or you couldn't eye gouge. That's it.
But I think that.
Ball kicking is legal, you know what I mean?
But no,
Hair
if,
pulling.
if there was no regulation, there would be fights to the death every week on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And you know what? They'd be making $1 billion a show because people would watch it. Well, the point is, I don't think I'm all for. I don't want that. As human beings, I think we should evolve past beating the fuck out of each other to death.
I think it's going to happen again.
I don't think so. I don't see it.
I mean, somebody's going to figure out a way that probably the government can make money off of it.
I don't know. Maybe
Some,
you
like,
watch.
serious federal tax, like 65%. Yeah, you can do it, but 65% of that fucking 28 trillion is going to go.
Well,
to
I'll tell you
fucking
what.
the government.
Personally, I hope not, because I just don't. I don't look. I don't see. I understand boxing. I kind of understand the MMA, although it's pretty brutal.
Yeah. We got a Plymouth kid who's going for a Muay Thai world championship. He's already got an MMA world championship, cruiserweight.
But-
Fucking Chip Pollard.
Hey,
Good luck, buddy. He's going to fucking London.
Good luck, Chip.
It's awesome.
Hopefully, nobody will die. I don't know. I don't think anybody's
It's
died.
Muay Thai. You know Muay Thai, right?
No,
I thought you knew all about that mixed shit.
no.
Muay Thai's that fuck. It's Thai. It's like I think it's elbows and knees.
If I read Joe Rogan correctly, I guess a lot of the martial arts. There's a lot of people that came into MMA, mixed martial arts, with their various disciplines, and then got the shit kicked out of them. And I guess the martial arts that work
Jiu-jitsu, son.
is jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu that's the
But
martial
they're
art
all, but even you cannot
where
be
you can kick the living fuck out of any other martial art
right,
person.
if everyone's only doing one while while you're in your fight. The thing is jiu-jitsu is what you need, but right now you have to know more than just jiu-jitsu. You have to be proficient at jiu-jitsu and you can't just be a jiu-jitsu guy anymore.
Well,
You understand
and
that, right?
I don't know what jiu-jitsu is, so I'm talking out my ass.
Well,
but apparently
it's
jiu-jitsu
ground fighting. It's a ground fighting technique.
is grappling and striking.
It's a
So
ground fighting
there's
technique.
hitting. So it's of all the martial arts, it's the most close to. If you were going
It's
to
a
fight someone to
technique.
death in an alley,
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu is going to help you the most.
Well, yeah, if you got to get them to the ground, and then you're all set.
Which most
That's it.
fights end up to the ground.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know what I mean?
There's some grappling people. I don't even know that to be true. Is that true? Do you know that for a fact?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a.
All right, so you
Why
want,
would I say you all
'cause you're
constantly
full of
accuse
shit
me
a
a lot?
lot.
I'm really not.
Yeah,
by the
you
way,
are.
like what? Like
especially
what?
when
Like
you're
what?
bombed. Like
I'm not gonna bullshit. I know about this shit. You know what I mean? The
I
ground
never
fighting
accuse
is
you of being completely full of shit. Just full of shit.
sometimes.
No, I just sometimes you're full of shit.
No, I
so
know.
that's
about,
why I asked.
I'm a fan, so I know about it.
all right. So then
what I
you
mean?
know.
And I'm also I have taken martial art as you have. And
Do you think Gloria Allred teabagged Judge Moore?
I mean, oh God, that's fucking vile. By the way,
Hey, we got to end this show.
that's fine, man. That sounds fine. I think we.
How
had
long
some
have we
fun.
been on?
I mean, in total, around an hour and 40. We haven't done that yet. We do a lot of 2-hour shows, and once in a while, it's less than an hour and a half. But
Well,
who
we
cares?
started late tonight, and I'm
That's
starting
fine.
to get hungry. And
Oh
I
man,
know
I'm
that
hungry too.
I got to get up tomorrow.
I gotta get up too, dude, and I got a
you
big,
got a job, dude.
I got a big deal tomorrow. So, fucking
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
yeah, I guess.
And you're not going to get fired. Why do you think you're going to get fired? What?
I don't know. I think I'm incompetent.
Oh, stop it. That's fucking self-loathing.
It is.
Give
it
yourself
is.
give yourself a break.
I know, but I told my boss I was prepared for our meeting tomorrow, and I'm not as prepared as I want to be. But I think I can prepare while he's doing other shit that I
Yeah.
prepare. You know what I mean? I think I could.
Just fucking wing it.
I think I got to bring a pen, a pad, and a calculator, and I'll be good.
To all you out there, I'm Joe. He's Al.
Yeah,
And we are what?
kind of right, baby.
We're kind of right. Hey, tell a friend if you actually enjoy it.
Yeah, share us on Facebook. There's no Facebook page anymore, just a YouTube page. I'm off Facebook. That's for the next time. I wanted to bring that up tonight, but you want to go to sleep.
And
By the way, I'm off Facebook. And
yeah, I got that email.
yeah, I'm off of it, and here's why. Quickly.
You had enough?
No, it's not just that I had enough. It's just that it's a valuable tool for finding people and promoting a gig, like a music gig or even this gig here. But I spend too much time looking at it, and I think, that story came out. This is not why I did it, but it did help. I was thinking about it for a while. I spent too much time on it, and while I'm on it, I'm like, this sucks. Why am I fucking doing this? Why am I doing this? Marketplace is nice because I like to look at, stuff people are selling. I can maybe do like what you do and make a phony fucking personality.
Yeah,
and
just
go
get a
back on
fake
there
fucking
just
name.
to see if I need to buy a car part or something. You know what I mean?
Well, I go to eBay for that.
Well, yeah, but
I only use Facebook.
Facebook is good
if
for
I
local
think of
shit.
some name of a person I've been,
Yeah.
I haven't seen in 20 years. I'm like, I wonder what this guy's doing, or I'm really not like snooping around like a creep.
and I'm,
But-
I used it to hone
I mean,
a
there's
lot
way
of
too many other
ideas.
good porn sites for that kind of stuff.
I used it to hone a lot of ideas and stuff, but I think my Facebook activity was actually hurting my productivity on this particular project. So what?
Here's Facebook.
So I'm done because it's no good for my new professional life, and it's no good for this.
What Facebook does is everyone that goes on Facebook puts on their absolutely best face. So it's all a fucking lie.
It's phony, right? It's phony.
You don't see, oh, well, my daughter just fucking OD'd on heroin this
Right.
week. You never see nobody ever has anything bad happen in their life on Facebook because it's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So when I was on Facebook, I was like, and I had I looked for friends and friended people, and then after a while, I'm like, I found everybody I wanted to find, and I'm like, this is fucking gay,
Right.
and I just deleted it. So that's my Facebook, and I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of attempts because enough time will go by where I forget how gay it really is.
This is my third
So then I just
deletion
say,
of
"Fuck
my.
it."
This is my third time I've deleted my account, and I'm pretty sure, as much as I know, I'm never smoking cigarettes again. And it's been 6 months this week. Everybody,
Congratulations.
thank you, buddy. And as much as I know, I'm never gonna smoke cigarettes again. Although I could go for a smoke right now, but I'm not gonna.
On that note, we're kind of right.
I'm never gonna sign back up to Facebook. Ever.
And we're not signing up for Facebook. And
I'll see
but
you
look us up on
Thursday.
Facebook
I'll see you
somewhere.
Thursday, Joe.
Thursday it is.
All right, buddy.
Later, buddy.